It's been a long road getting from there to here, but now it is time to end the Silent Hill franchise. And I thought I would show that off. That is Alessa's dress. We saw her in that in the first game. And in order to do that, we have to solve the last puzzle in the series. This is on normal puzzle difficulty. I don't think it's randomized. I wasn't going to show all the solutions for each difficulty, though. Like with the books, it's nice that they put all the pieces on the board so you can just go to and from without having to go into the menu. That is a really nice touch. So many puzzles don't do that. When I was doing that book puzzle so many times, I kept going out and into the menu because I didn't realize that you could do that. Most games don't give you that option. Resident Evil. And that's all we need to do. Finally, some creepy ambience. Weird camera angle, but we got a good look at Heather, so that's always nice. Or Cheryl, or Alessa, whatever you want to call her. Yeah, this stuff is pretty intense right now. I like it. I really wish we had more of this.
What do I want? Well, for the two of you to die, that would be nice. Then I could relax.
When did you stop believing in God? God lives. Just look around you.
But I do believe in her. In my own way. I fear her, and I adore her. But I haven't lost my mind like you. You think that this is the work of God? Isn't this all nothing more than your own personal nightmare? Just like Alessa 17 years ago? If this really is the work of God, then I'd say she has lousy taste.
You mock God? Traitor. You will go to hell.
Not that again! Who do you think you are, claiming to know God's will?
Go home, Vincent.
Home. This church is my home. I built it with my power. The power of money that you view with such scorn. Although I admit that this atrocious scenery is all yours.
If you continue to get in my way...
Did you kill me? Well... Well... The guest of honor has arrived. Let's get this party started. Heather, go ahead and kill this crazy bitch. This demon who claims to speak for God. The time has come. You can kill her now.
You'll go to hell!
What did you do?
Nothing important.
You're not going to run? I guess this is the end.
No, the beginning. As Vincent said, the time has come. Alessa, I'm saddened that you didn't agree to this on your own. But I thank you for nurturing God with all the hate in your heart. It's time for mankind to be released from the shackles of sin which bind them.
But a God born from hatred can never create a perfect paradise.
Happy people can be so cruel. Is it so hard to believe that simply could be born out of pain and suffering? Why do you reject God's mercy? Why do you cling to this corrupt world? You know that only God can save us.
And save you too? Happy ending? I'd rather go to hell.
No, I don't expect to be saved. And that's fine. Alessa, my dearest. For the pain that I've caused you, I deserve no mercy. Even if it was to save mankind. It was too deep a sin. It was hubris for me to try to hasten the day of her arrival. Sacrifices were made. And those are my sins.
If you feel so guilty about it, why don't you go to hell? Heather, use the seal.
Vincent? The seal of Metatron?
Now your stupid dream is over.
Oh, that's just a piece of junk. What do you think you can do with that? Do you really think it can kill God? I'm sorry to see you fell for my father's foolishness.
What?
You're pathetic. But God loves even you. Now, Alessa, there's nowhere else to run. Just accept it, Alessa. The pain will disappear. I've been waiting so long for this. Even as a child, I knew I would see the coming of this day. I knew I would be a witness to it. Judgment Day. Alessa?
Shut your stinking mouth, bitch!
And you remember that pendant I talked about at the start of the game and it being important? Now it is. Open it up, it's got something red in it. That's a Glophodus from the first game.
What are you doing?
Dad. Looks like God didn't make it.
Stop! God is...
Claudia!
Lessa, you cannot kill God. I will burn God. If you can't do it, Lessa, I will.
Claudia!
Of course there would be a vagina door. Why wouldn't there be? I'm going to start off with the machine gun, but move to the shotgun. Might as well finish off all the ammo in it. Top off our health. Bulletproof vest. And let's go. Let's get this party started.
Can't be dead. I was gonna kill you. This is God?
And it's final boss time. And it's kind of tedious. It'll shoot flames out. It goes in a specific pattern. Try your best to dodge them. And then shoot it when it comes down. Damn you! I don't know if it can take damage when it's up like that. For some reason, I don't think it can. We're gonna be here a while, kids. Yep, we're out. Oh, jeez. It's not that impressive of a boss. I have trouble with it because I get greedy. That's gonna happen a lot. I want to keep shooting this thing as much as possible and don't mind taking the hits, but I really should just take one shot with the shotgun and move. Eventually, towards the end of this fight, I do start to try to do that. But I am going to take a lot of hits, but I have a ton of health items, so it's not a big deal. See, now I should be running. At least she only takes a slight hit whenever being hit by fire. It's not like she's burning to death or anything, so that's something. So there's a lot to unpack with that cutscene. Heather could have prevented Claudia from killing Vincent. At least stabbing him the second time. I won't blame her for the first time. I don't know if Vincent deserved to be saved or not. He did say he wanted Heather to die. He wanted Claudia and Heather to kill each other. I can't imagine wanting Heather to die. But he does. See? Greedy. Don't be greedy. I think once I actually do land a couple hits. But normally that doesn't happen. Unfortunately. These things aren't that difficult to dodge. It's just dodging them and fighting at the same time. It's not an awful boss fight or anything, it's just tedious. And then when Claudia grabbed that thing that we're fighting now, Heather could have shot her. Now, I have said I am glad that Heather doesn't kill Claudia. I think that would ruin her character a bit. But as opposed to straight up revenge murder, if she killed Claudia to prevent this thing from growing and possibly killing a bunch of other people, then that's more noble and I could live with that. Damn you, flames! Just die! And it is interesting that when Claudia can't win a debate, she resorts to violence. That just shows she's not a smart person. Anybody who has to resort to violence or insults to resolve a debate, they clearly don't have a leg to stand on. You know, I wish you would stop doing that. I'm just trying to end the game here. I got things to do. Come on. I think I might have actually got him that time. Of course, I took a hit for it. I would imagine no damaging this game would require a lot of patience. I'm just glad I saved up so much on supplies to where this is not a big deal. And there were more suggestions that a lot of this stuff is coming from Claudia's mind. And I can buy a lot of that. I just don't know where Alessa's room fits in. Although, her being a member of the cult, where Alessa was being kept, though she would have been a child, so I'm not sure how that would have happened. I still don't understand how they knew that Alessa conjured up another baby, split her soul again. That's not something they should have known. I touched on it earlier, but if you remember that red liquid that Harry finds in the hospital, he finds another vial of it later and has it taken away from him by Dr. Kaufman in that motorcycle thing. That's the same stuff that he found a small amount of that he put in that pendant from his wife, I believe, and gave to Heather just in case something ever happened. She would have an option to get rid of the thing inside of her. Okay, I tried to run that time. Didn't work. Bro, how many shotgun shells do you want? Okay, that time I did okay. Come down here so I can kill you. Ironically, if this thing does not take damage when it's up like that, it would actually be better served to just stay up like that. Hey, I dodged one, finally. Yeah, not much else to say. Just keep doing this. On harder difficulties, he will have more patterns of flames coming out. But otherwise, it's the same thing. I really hate you. I'm still not under 20 health drinks. I haven't even tapped into the ampules or med kits yet. We're good, kids. We're good. Die, motherfucker! I was really hoping that was the finishing blow. I did say in a previous video the bosses in this game are more of an exercise in patience. I wasn't even getting greedy that time. I'm greedy on other things, like wanting millions of dollars. And yeah, I am save stating whenever I go into the menu. I don't want to go through all that again. Die! I wonder if the handgun would have been better in this situation, just because I could probably get off more shots. You can also just walk in there and hit him with that big mace thing. It's not really a mace, but big long pole with a spiky ball at the end. Although I would not be opposed to a Silent Hill game with a mace as a weapon. Could be sweet. I wouldn't mind a game in the style of Silent Hill that takes place in a different time period, so they could utilize weapons of said time period, like samurai swords or medieval weapons. That could be pretty sweet. I do wish if they were going to continue the series, which clearly they are trying to do something with it now, I wish they did Silent Hill adjacent games. Like games that take place in the same universe but aren't necessarily Silent Hill. It's kind of like I talked about in a previous video. I'm not looking for new old Silent Hill games, nor new old Resident Evil games. I want that next thing. That next evolution for the genre. I tried to learn and then the game pulled a fast one on me. So anybody watching this, I would be interested to know what game you would like to see me LP. I always appreciate requests. Haha! That's what you get!
Is that the end? I guess it's time to roll the credits.
Dad! Dad! Heather, is it really over?
Not yet. You're still alive.
Heather, what, Heather?
Oh! Just a joke.
You've got terrible
I'm
taste.
sorry.
Heather, did
You
you...
don't have to call me that. I'm not hiding anymore.
You want me to use your real name? What was it again?
Cheryl. The name my father gave me.
You gonna let your hair color go back too?
I don't know. Don't you think blondes have more fun?
And that's it for the Silent Hill trilogy. And as we do at the end of all my playthroughs, victory sip. I'm not really sure what else there is to say. I think that line about rolling the credits was kind of bad. I'm not sure why that was there. But I do like Heather going on after what happened to Harry, just focusing on revenge as that was the only thing keeping her grounded at the time, then focusing on wanting to stop that god. Only to finish that all off and realize that doing all of that didn't do anything for the pain that she feels. That's kind of nice, and it's nice she had a little breakdown scene at the end there, where she had to finally confront everything. Although it's a very weird tonal shift to go from that to fucking with Douglas. She had a few moments interacting with him that were weird. Like that bit at the end with the blondes have more fun. Felt a little bit out of character, but I guess Japan. Overall, I still do really like this game. I can tell that some corners were cut because of the team being split up to work on 2 projects at one time. And that's unfortunate because this game has my favorite story and characters in the trilogy. It's my least favorite game to play out of the 3, as I had a lot more complaints about this one than I did the other 2, but it has my favorite story and characters. It still has really good sound work when it's there, it's just the music isn't as present, nor is the ambience. And the environments were also a little bit more hit and miss. But overall, I still do really love this game. They did try to change a few things up, switching out the rifle for the machine gun. And I like the melee weapons you get. I didn't really use them, but I do think they are pretty good. The sword's fun to use, the spiked ball thing is pretty good. They give you a nice variety. I never used the stun gun. For me, it was never really a useful weapon. Well, that's it. This was a lot of fun revisiting these games. I'm very happy I did this. These games needed re-records. If anything else, just for video quality. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a blast going through all 3 of these Silent Hill games, and I will see y'all in whatever I do next.